Good morning, good afternoon, bada bing, bada bing, bush, bush, bush. It's Monday. I think we will slap you with 3-1. Feel like, you're feeling more confident.
Slightly more confident. No offense, Paul. But, yeah, to beat these guys.
It's an hour because we were doing
Premier goal at Old Trafford. Jennings the right. What a clearance. He's had a check. Goal.
Eric, just on that, you're obviously very clear you want a holding midfielder, and obviously you're very, very heavily linked with Frankie de Jong.
Any of the injured players likely to be available for the game this weekend, or are they all still out?
You want Frankie? No, it's about the right players, and there are many, but I cannot give comments on the player who's on the contract in another club when we are.
That's also what I want to say. Very, very good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are in the world. This is Mick Ruby from Mufc, Realist TV. What we are here for today is actually to debunk the press conference that Erik ten Hag just held. It was the first out of the two. The second one will be embargoed around 9-10 p.m. UK time. But I want to talk about Cristiano Ronaldo and the British press that was in that press conference. I was kind of expecting the press conference to be more about asking about the Standford Bridge, about the tactics, the player selections, the injuries, X, Y, Z. But typically, of course, what's been taking away all the positivity since the Wednesday's win against Tottenham, which was the best game that we've seen United play for many, many years, was actually the controversial that Cristiano Ronaldo left the game early. Then it came out also that, he didn't just leave because he didn't get picked. It also came out in the press that from Laurie Whitwell's and everyone else that he actually didn't want to come on. So there's a lot of things that we need to debunk. We can have a look at what's been said, what's been done. But at the end of the day, we need to embrace that we are on a rebuild. It is bold statements from a bold man that is currently running Old Trafford, or shall we dare to say it's bold Trafford. It is what it is. And I personally feel that, the player power should be gone, definitely. I mean, what Erik ten Hag has done is something that should have been done ages ago, but we didn't have a manager that could stood up to it. And then at the end of the day, there's a lot of controversial on Twitter, on social media, saying that it's Glazer's fault. Yeah, it could be Glazer's fault for sure. I mean, it's Glazer's fault that we forked out 15 million, and they've been milking Ronaldo's name to sell the shirts, to utilize Ronaldo's name in commercial deals. It was clear and obvious that Ronaldo actually wanted to leave over the summer, but it was blocked by the Z Glazers. And now we're seeing the repercussions of this. Of course, he was never part of the preseason. He never sort of gelled with a new team, with the new team members. And I kind of feel that it's come to that point where it's kind of embarrassing. You know what I mean? It's you came or schooled under Sir Alex Ferguson, so you should know the cultural values, what it is to be a United player. Another thing that I'm thinking of, what kind of message are you sending to the youth? You're sitting on the bench, Cristiano, next to Garnachos, next to everyone else, and you walking away. That didn't really sit down well with the fan base, if we might have a look, But let's have a look at what was said and done today's press conference. Let's hit it.
We are in a team, and in a team we have standards, we have values, and I have to control it. And so after Rayo Vallecano, I thought it's unacceptable, but he wasn't the only one, but that is for everyone. So when it's the second time, that will have consequences. That is now what we did, and so we miss him tomorrow, and that is a miss for us, for the squad. It's a miss, but I think it's important for the attitude, for the mentality from the group, and now we have to focus on Chelsea, and that is the most important.
Well, 100%. That was a short snippet of today. Looking forward to see the second part of it. But if we kind of debunk in what Eric Ten Hag has been, what kind of message does he send? If you do want to have your say regarding what Eric Ten Hag said in the first part of his press conference that took place about 1 o'clock UK time today, please share your comments in the description below. I mean, actually, send in your chat. Personally, I think it's the right call to do. As what we've seen is nobody's bigger than the club. Going back to Sir Alex Ferguson, let me share another screen for you. Right, let me just have a look at what we have in the Twitter Spaces. Well, basically, he's also come out with an apology, to be honest, and fair play, but it's a little bit too late. So basically, Cristiano came out to say this always been through his career, try to live and play respectfully towards my colleagues and adversities and my coaches. That hasn't changed. Yeah, the application hasn't changed. He's been 20 years in the industry. Yes, you're very professional, Cristiano. We love you for all of that, but at the end of the day, right now, he feels that he needs to keep working, training hard at Carrington, support his teammates, and really do everything. But what does this mean? What does this mean? If we look at the dynamics of this thing, right? And what does it mean? If we debunk this together, mates, why do you come out? I mean, of course, it's the heat of the action. You have a winning mentality. The thing is, what I'm saying, that your mind is competitive, but your body's not following. So you can always judge the man by the action. Of course, you can come on later on and apologize, but the damage is already done. Eric Ten Hag has taken his punishment, basically. So he's banned to train with the team. He's not going to Chelsea at all. He was actually fined 2 weeks' salaries, which is a drop in the ocean. But I think the message has been delivered. What do you think? Let me know in your comments what you think. I think it's tragic that it's taking away all the positive feelings that we have. Of course, we won with 2-0. We slapped Spurs. We actually sent them back home to North London, and we planted a seed in Conte's head. Like, what just happened here? All right. Now we're going away to the bridge, and all we want to do is to focus on building on that team spirit that we actually had after the game. But no, what happens? All the focus gets taken away by the team performance, and the British press and media sitting there, allowed by Karen and the PR to talk about Ronaldo. It was wastage of time, 5-10 minutes, just asking about Ronaldo, not about the team. So I'm really looking forward for the next 10 o'clock one. And by the way, we are doing a pre-match run 10 o'clock UK time. So we're looking at the pre-match. That is a fair assessment, because then we're going to find out who's injured, who's not. And then we can sort of kind of read Eric Ten Hag's language and sort of predict who's going to line up. But let me share another screen tab, what's been said. And let us have a look at One Football app. Yeah, we did that already. Let's look at Twitter. God. Yeah. People, just remind you that Sir Alex Ferguson's way is the key, So what does... I mean, I stand by this, The minute of Manchester United player, though it was bigger than the manager, has to go. That is so true, that statement, Sir Alex. Sir Alex established a hairdryer. Everyone knows the favorite hairdryer. And we can clearly see that Eric Ten Hag has been consulting with Sir Alex about the situations, knowing that Sir Alex has great close relationship with Ronaldo. The minute a Manchester United player, though he was bigger than the manager, he has to go. You know what? That is so true. Even if you've done 700 goals, you won everything you can imagine, the application needs to be applied. It's the Manchester United way, for sure. It has to be. It has to be. What do you think, people? It has to be. I cannot find any other logical and reasoning why, you know, other than that. So to say that, it doesn't matter if you're Ronaldo, if it doesn't matter if you're Rashford, it doesn't matter if you're anyone that plays for the team needs to follow the GAFA's rules. That's about it. I don't know. I'm kind of twisted and split in my mind. I think that he's done the correct things. Then you've seen Piers Morgan coming out as well, tweeting that he's on Ronaldo's camp and oh, how dare you bench the most spoken about player, the most rewarded player. But what if you don't? You have the likes of Garnachos, you have the likes of Iqbals, you have the likes of Anthony's that's looking up for him. What's said and done, it's application, it's the team spirit, it's the culture. I don't know more. I just generally feel that we are in a rebuild. We are here to back the team, back the manager. The era of commodity players, I feel it's gone. The game has changed. We as a fan base have to support the manager. Sadly enough, if you look at some Twitter accounts, there are people that are more Ronaldo FC rather than Manchester United FC. So wherever Ronaldo goes, they follow. And you had the same thing with Zlatan Ibrahimovic and everyone else. That's normal. That's normal practice. But at the end of the day, football is a team sport, not an individual sport. That's my general opinion. Let me know. If you want to call in, there's a link in the video description. If you want to interact, ask further questions, drop me a message. I felt like I needed to come out and vent because yesterday I woke up, and I hope all you Reds in the world woke up out of your beds thinking, wow, this is great. Now we're kicking on. Now this has to drag us down. I mean, fair enough. Bridge is a difficult task to do. And if you look in history, we have always drawn. It's been a tough fixture to go to Standford Bridge to play. But this time around, we have a different team, different manager. They have a different manager. But the crowd is pretty much the same. The fans is pretty much the same. We haven't changed, So let me know what your score prediction will be. What do you think? I think that we are going in for a surprise, definitely. We are on a winning streak. The confidence is high. Let's keep it that way. Let Ronaldo soak a bit, brush off his ego. I think he's got his fair punishment. And I hope this will just strengthen him because no gaffer has ever done this to him. Yeah? Do you get my point? You're the biggest player in the world. You're a Ballon d'Or winner. You're Champions League winner. You are used to getting your ways. But this Erik ten Hag is bold enough to tell him, no, I don't care who you are. It's my rules. It's my way or the highway. People, this is Mick Ruby. This is my rant. This is my view on it. Let's see each other at 10 o'clock UK time. We will do the proper gas bill. We will do the match preview. It's going to be a call-in show. I'm going to have some guests, some panels coming in. But sorry, it's been a little bit delay. It's been a very busy day, working, prepping. But I just needed to come and sort of debunk what's been said. So for you that's joined the stream lately, Erik ten Hag has spoken about the situation. The British press that was in the conference only asked him about, about the situation with Ronaldo. And Erik ten Hag was bold enough to say, it's my decision. And I think he's handling this time around with the club, has handled very, very swiftly. It's been dealt with. The player's been warned. The players accepted it. He's apologized openly. And he's even tweeted it out that, I will apply my very best to support my team and my teammates and come back fresh. That's all we need to hear as a united fan base. We need to see that. People, it's time for me to have my dinner. I think we are about 24 hours away from the game, and we are a few hours away from the second part of the press conference. Thank you for watching, for tuning in. See you next time. Sign up. Bye-bye.
What a clearance. He's had a